Hey people, it's been a little while. I've recorded a few videos, but I just like they're like in some file on my computer now. I don't know where they are. Maybe I'll dig them up someday. I don't even know what they said, but gonna hit you with two big things now. Um, so one I'll say is I just want to reassure you again that there will come a day that you are correctly gendered. Um, and I don't like saying like you'll pass. I know that that's like the language, but to me that sounds like, oh, to pass something off as something else. Whereas like you are the gender you are. You're not like pretending or in disguise or something. But yeah, there will be a day, and I've just had this really horrible, horrible experience. I mean, validating gender wise, but like, I would not wish this on anyone. But I've had this like entanglement with this closeted guy now over. I'm done with this bullshit. But yeah, even after I told him that I was trans, it didn't change anything, which is so validating. So it's like I'm enough of a guy that he won't leave the closet for me. It's been so messy. This was such a pain in the neck. Just emotional torture. But so validating. Because, like, I'm a guy and he sees me for a guy. He's never said anything anti trans. He's like, even told me, like, oh, yeah, like, and one of my friends was like asking what gender you were, and I was like a guy, and like, I would never tell anyone and stuff. Which actually, I don't think I've said this before, but I'm actually non binary. I just use he, him pronouns because they, them, to me, just to me, feels like alien or like people are talking about me as if I'm not in the room, which for other people, totally fine. I will use it, no disrespect. For me, it feels weird. In Spanish, I can use ella, el or ella. That feels right to me. Um, and honestly, well, I guess I'm hitting you with three things. So, first thing, just like you know, being gendered so correctly that someone won't leave the closet for you. And then the next thing is I'm non binary, which honestly, I kind of suspected. That was the first thing I suspected before, like, I had originally settled on, oh, I'm a trans man. I mean, I guess I've held them in two different categories because, I mean, you could technically be non binary, not trans, I think, if you don't do anything to transition. Like, you don't change your presentation somehow. You're just like, oh, this is who I am. This is what I call myself. Um, yeah, but it's just like, and I actually got to the point. So as you can see, I'm all clean and smooth right here. I used, sometimes I still do. I used to grow some hair on my like chin and around here and on the neck because it made me gendered correctly more often and made me look a little bit older because people usually think I'm like at least 4 years, maybe 10 years younger than I am. But now I'm like, you know, I like feeling pretty too. And I don't mind if people either don't know what gender I am or think I'm a guy, or if there's a moment that they think I'm a woman, but then they talk to me and they realize I'm not. That's fine. I don't mind like tricking people a little bit, like throwing straight men off, or bi closeted men, whatever. Except I'm not doing that again. No more. Once was more than enough. I feel for closeted people, but like once you start hurting people, bro, like I can't. My empathy ends. It's over. Um, yeah, anyway, so I'm leaning into being like pretty, and like there are moments where like I feel the way that I used to when I was female presenting. It's just, I don't know what it is. I think it's like, yeah, feeling pretty, feeling kind of the male gaze, but not even feeling the male gaze, just like, it's just a feeling that comes over me. So it's like sometimes I feel like that. Mostly I just feel like ambiguous, just like no gender in particular, or everything all at once, which I love because one of my favorite movies is Everything Everywhere All at Once. So pretty cool. And then when people like call me a man, it feels like flattering, like validating, but I don't really feel like one. And sometimes I feel like I'm fulfilling like a male role, but I don't feel like a man, you know? Um, yeah, I think that's how I'd categorize it. Okay, third thing. Um, so I am still technically on the asexual spectrum. Um, and that's something that not many people in my life know. But I just want to say for anyone who's asexual, like, you are blessed. It is wonderful. It is wonderful. Like, before this year, I actually, for the first time, felt sexually attracted to someone. And I have to say, life before that was so much easier. And, like, I didn't, yeah, I just learned lust is so strong and it can be indistinguishable from love because it's just like someone's in your head all the time and you can't stop thinking about them and you've got that dopamine pumping and you're addicted to them. So like I get how some people are like, oh, I wasn't in love, I was in lust. Unfortunately, I had both of those things with someone. But yeah, so that was like a lot and it's just uncomfortable and you kind of understand pop music more and just more music in general. And then you get Sabrina Carpenter when she's like, oh, like, say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's at me espresso. She's like, oh, I get it now. Or like Shakira when she's like, ya no puedo dormir ni comer como hace la gente decente. Like, I can't eat or sleep like decent people. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. So, anyways, life was a lot easier before that. So, yeah, I don't want to go too much into like just like relationships and dread and stuff with that because I did really struggle with that. And like there was also like a long time when I'm like, oh my god, am I only ever going to be attracted to this person? And this is my one chance, and it didn't work out. This is the closeted person. um, yeah, but then luckily I was able to generalize it a little bit. But it's like I've also just been very slow to develop different kinds of attraction throughout my life. Um, and like even, so I was raised female and I thought that I was like, oh, like most more strongly attracted to men my whole life. But that's not even true because I did some thinking and like I've been aesthetically attracted to men this whole time. Like I found men attractive to look at, but most of the time when they would talk to me, I'd be like, ugh, get away from me. um, yeah. And it really wasn't until I was 18 that I even fell in love with one. And then I didn't even want to kiss one until I was like 23. So, yeah. Um, and then, I didn't feel sexual attraction until I was 27. So, yeah. Anyways, um, I don't remember where I was going with that. But yeah, just so, and I think that we have all these narratives about attraction and what it should look like and what it normally looks like. And I've talked to friends, and like friends have also had like very delayed onset of different types of attraction. And like, so yeah, ultimately, I'm just saying, like, I think asexual, like ace people, don't need to feel like such outcasts or abnormal because I just think that we have a flawed, incorrect narrative. And I also just want to celebrate the experience of being asexual because it's really, oh my god, such a gift. And I feel like you appreciate people more for who they are. And like, I can't imagine having faced like that kind of distraction like my whole life, ugh, and not like sleeping so well and just so much discomfort. I hated it. I hated it so much. Eventually, I was able to shut it down, but like, yeah, it's hip hip hooray for asexual people, and I'm still like on that spectrum. so I'm still part of the community. But like, anyways, those are my three main things. So what? Like, yeah, you will be correctly gendered, maybe even to a fault. Maybe someone in the closet won't come out for you. I'm non-binary, and ace people are awesome and blessed. Cool. Hope that's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. All right. Have a good one.